Had to stop working now. So this is our new website, the login page. We, if there are any questions related to the application, the website, you can email at this email address. I will start with creating account and then we'll log in and see how the application is. Um, I just want to like let you all know that if you all have any questions, please feel free to stop me at any time because we are going over the website. It is difficult to remember where you had a question, so you can stop me in between. That will be completely fine. Okay, so when you all come to this website for the very first time, you will have to click on create new account. I don't know what that error was, but I will create a demo account. And when you are registering for the very first time, you can only, sorry, one sec. I'll have to, I'll try to log in. It was, Karthik, I don't know what the issue is. It was working. Okay. Oh, okay. I will try to log in here. Demo account, demo at tn.gov system. Okay, so when you try to create the account, it will allow you only to select one system and one institution. But if you think you need access to multiple institutions, then you can request the admin, which is Julie for now, and she will be able to um, grant you access to more institutions. For now, I'm just selecting one, and then I put and then click on register. So once we register, uh, you will get this registration confirmation. And for that, you can go, like once you see that message, you will get an email like this, where it says, welcome to off campus, please confirm your account. So the next step you need to do is click here and you will get this page where the admin has been notified about your request. And then the admin will get an email that you are waiting for their approval. They will log into the application, approve your account, and then you will get another email saying that your account is approved, and then you can just log into the application. So that's the account registration process. For now, um, I already have the account, so I will log in using that. Uh, Okay, so once you have your credentials, you log in with your credentials and you click on sign in. And this is the main application now. So in this, we have several menu items. One is home, which is the landing page. Then we have about, add form, locations, inventory, and contact list. We'll go over each of these. So over here, as you can see, you have like all the systems. You can filter whichever you want to select. Then all depending on the system you select, you will see the institutions. You can select a location name. If you already know, you can input that. Location codes that are approved will be showed here, the dual enrollment. And we have like different form types depending on what system it is, like site centers, instructional service center. This is for community colleges and TCATs, extension campus and branch campus. And the form statuses, we will go over this in a minute when I start creating the forms. So you can search if there is a form that you already created. You can search for it using the search here, and you can filter based on different options. But for now, we will start with creating a new form. So if you are like suppose you work at APSU and you have access only to APSU, then you will just see the first option, locally governed institution, but you will not see the other options. If you are a UT user, you will just see UT. But for now, this account has access to all the institutions. That is why I see all the institutions here. I would try to create form for TCAT. We'll start with TCAT. So for TCAT, we have like site center. Depending on what system you select, the form types will differ. For example, if I select LGI, it is going to show site and center only. And for community college, it will show site and center only. But for TCAT, we have like different options here. So here I select off-campus site, and then I can select an institution. Again, if you only have access to one institution, you will just see that in the drop-down. But because this account has access to all the institutions, I see all. So TCAT test. And then this is a pretty cool feature that we have introduced where you don't need to manually enter the whole address. If you start typing the address, for example, for the TN Tower, the address is so it will show you the address. So we are using a tool called Melissa Data, which is a tool that uses USPS address database. So the addresses are pulled from the USPS database. So you just select that and it will fill in all the details for you, like the city, state, and all. And if you still want to add like apartment, building, department, floor, you can do that here. So for example, I want floor 9th, so I can do that here. And in case for some reason, if you don't find the address using here, using the USPS database, if it's not there in their database, you have an option to select this checkbox and you can enter the full address here. For now, we'll just go with this address. Then proximity to the depending on what type of the form you are working on, the fields will differ. There are some common fields, like all of these are common fields, but there are other fields which will differ. As you use the application, you would know about those, but if you have any questions later when you're using the application, then you can just reach out to us. But I will select some options quickly here for demo. um, and you see some blank space here. It looks like why are there no fields there? But there's a reason. If I select like any of the first three values, it will not show me anything because there is nothing no more details we need for those fields. But for example, if I select outside of Tennessee, then I will get another. So we have left the space for that kind of fields where we need additional information. For example, here, if I say, has a notice of intent been submitted to THEC? If you say no, then you cannot submit this form until you say yes and upload the form. For now, I will say yes. Then it will prompt me to choose a file. I have a demo file. Choose. Then off-campus location duration, if I do long-term, it will ask me for a projected enrollment for 5 years. But for now, I will do short-term. Then it will ask me for a termination date. The termination date cannot be today or a past date, so it has to be a future date. I select a date there. Off-campus locations category, like if I select any of the other values, I don't see any other option. But if I say other, then I need to add what other category it belongs to. And then we have acquisition, a lease. This is a new field that we have added here. Fair market, access to off-campus location. If I say open, it doesn't prompt for anything. But if I say restricted, um, it will prompt. Then if this location has previously assigned a code, we give that. If not, then no. Expected date. The classes are beginning next week. Then here, for all the text fields, we have added the information icon. If you click on it, you will see the details about like what is expected to be entered in that text box. So that is um, like you will get all the details that are needed, so you know what to enter in the text box. And then I will just fill in some dummy data to. Okay, here we can add a course. So I do course IT grid information technology. Oops. Oh my God. Sorry. I accidentally clicked on something. I'll quickly fill the form again. Okay, so because for this kind of thing to not happen, we should always save it as draft. So when you, that's a good reason why we have the save as draft. So for save as draft, only two things are needed, which is the institution, location, name, and the form type. Only these three fields are needed. So this time I will not make a mistake and I will save it as draft. So at least whatever information I have gets saved. TCAT Athens test location. And then I can just save it as draft. So at least the form is saved. And then I can come on edit. Uh, as soon as I save it as draft, I will start seeing, you will start seeing the type of the form, uh, the institution, the location name and the status of the form. And once it is approved, you will also see the approved code here and who it was last updated by and when. And if I want to edit it, I click on edit and then I'll quickly fill in now. Not fill in the course for now, but and we have some restrictions like we have on the existing site as well, that the file size maximum for the forms can like for the uploads can be 5 MB, and these are the form types, file types that are accepted. And I can still click on save as draft. Suppose I say yes and then click on save and submit. It will not let me save and submit until I have all the required fields filled. So this one is not, I didn't choose a file here, which is required because I said yes here. So for now, I'll say no, and then I'll click on save and submit. As soon as I save and submit, this status will get updated. Form submitted successfully. So the status got updated to awaiting L1 approval. And then this two new tabs got added. One is the form details history, which will have only one record for now, which says that a new approval form was added with some details about that form and who added that. And the action was add the form. And the form status history will show that the old status was draft. From that, it got changed to awaiting L1 approval, and an email was sent to this users and updated by an updated date. So I will show the email that we got for that one. So this is the email. Uh, I am copied on all the emails for now for demo purpose. So I am an L1 approver. L1 approver will get an email like this saying that a new submission is awaiting your review. Please log into the application, and it will give the user name, user's email address, what institution the form is submitted for, what's the location name, and what the form ID is. For this application, the form ID is very important because I'll show how that works. So if I want to search for this form now, first I log out of this application as a user. My job is done that I submitted the application. Now I log out and I am an L1 approver now. So as an L1 approver, I go here. L1 is level 1 approver and I sign in. Oops. I'm sorry. Uh, this was working fine just before the demo, but not sure what went wrong. I'll try again.
Can you clear the cache and try again, Vaishali?
Yes. I did the same steps before the demo and it worked fine. Anyways, this is a test environment. It is not the actual environment. I will go to L1.
Vishali, while you're doing that, and maybe still in the little of your thunder, for the L1 approver for TCATs, Tashaka, that's going to be you. And then for the community colleges, we have it set up that that'll be Tom. And then for the LGIs, we don't have a step of approval put in there for you. So once you submit, it'll come right to THEC. And we can change that if it needs to be. And then I'm sure Vishali is going to talk about the level 2 approver, which for TBR, we have Jothany, that would be US level 2.
Yes. Log into other environment to see if I have any form that I can show. Okay. So uh, I logged into other environment because I'm seeing some error on the previous environment. For now, what Julie was mentioning, I will display that first. So we have different systems. These are the approvers. So if you are submitting a form for an LGI, then you just have one tier approver. So it will directly go to the level 3 approver, which is THEC in all these cases. So, and these will be the 3 approvers for now. For community colleges, Dr. Thomas and Dr. Jothny will be level 1 and level 2 approvers, and then THEC and for TCAT. And this as for UT, we have 2 levels of approvers. So Dr. Matt and Betty, and here it will be THEC. One more important thing is that if we have an option, I will just show that. But
Vishali,
if
real quick. Sorry.
yes,
I
yeah,
think, Jothany, did you have a question?
Yeah, just wanted to confirm I'm the next approval after Tom for community colleges, but I didn't hear it for TCATs.
It's you. It's Tashaka.
oh,
then
It's
you.
the same for
Tachaka and
Tashaka to me.
Yep.
Okay, just wanted to confirm. Thanks. Sure.
yes.
Sorry, Vishali, go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. So we have an option to return the form to the user if anyone, if level 1, level 2, or level 3 approver sees an issue with that form, or they think that some update is needed, they can return it to the user. But it will always be returned by only one, like the first level approver. So for instance, this is for TCATs and community colleges who have like 3 levels of approvers. So user submits to L1 approver and L1 receives the application. And if they think it needs revision, they can send it directly back to the user. But if L2 thinks that a revision is needed, they need to send it to L1 and L1 will submit. So basically for all of these, only the first level of approvers will be able to communicate with the user. So there is only one person talking to the user. Even if L3 sees an issue, then they need to send it to L1. But that would be the case only for TCATs and community colleges. For UT, it will be this level 2 approvers talking to the user. And for LGIs, it will be level 3 approvers because there are no other approvers. I will go over that. Let's look at this Chattanooga State form. Okay, I need to log in as L2 because it is saying L level 2. Search. Okay, so there is one form that is awaiting L2 approval. I am an L2 approver, so I click here. As an L2 approver, you come here, you see the options to either approve, you view everything in the form looks okay. You can either approve it, you can deny it, or you can return it to L1 approver because you think an update is needed. For now, we will try returning it to L1 approver and see how that flow works, because approve is very like simple flow where I click on approve and it will get approved. This will change to approved and it will show the location code, but I'll return to L1 approver. And then whenever you return, you get a text box where you can type in what is needed so the user would know. And whatever you enter in the text here will be sent an email to the level 1 approver. Please, like something like, please request the user to update the termination date to 30. Something like that. You can enter any text that you want and then click on OK. Form returned to L1 approver successfully, and the status will change to from awaiting L2 approval to awaiting L1 approval because you returned it to L1. So it is in L1's bucket right now. And then I log out. Also, when we do that, the L1 approver will get an email. L1 approver will get an email like this saying that the below mentioned off-campus application has been returned for revisions, user, and then the note that I had written here, please request the user to update the termination date is here. So L1 approver exactly knows what to do now. So I, as an L1 approver, will log in and I will search. So the form ID becomes important because now when you are trying to search for that form. So where's that form? Here. So the form ID is, this is the one that was submitted. One sec. The form, yeah, the form we just returned, this needs revision is form ID 2. So if like for now, there are only 2 forms here because we are just testing, but you'll have a lot of forms here. So if you don't need to do anything and just sort it by like ID, and you can look at your form, whichever your form is, and then just click that form. Come here, and then if you need, you can go here and check the history again to see what was requested. The notes will be recorded here. Any status changes will be recorded on the form over here, who made the update and what was the note that was added. So they're saying, please request the user to update. So maybe you can, if you wish, you can copy the same thing or you can write whatever you want. Click on return to user, copy and paste the same text and then or add anything more you want and then say okay. So now the form got returned to the user successfully and the form status changed to returned to user. So that is the status that we were looking here. It is returned to user now. So user will now get a notification saying that we wanted like we are informing them that your form has been returned for revisions and this is what is requested. On form ID number 2. So if the user has submitted multiple forms, they exactly know which form to look at. I, as a user, I log into this account and I see that I search for my form. It is form number 2. I click that and then I click on edit because it is only when it is returned to user or when it is draft, you will see the edit button after it is approved. Otherwise, you will not see the edit button. So now I go to the form details, form status history, and I see that they have asked me to request the term, like update the termination date. So I click on edit. I update the termination date to what they have requested. And I don't need to do anything else. So I just click on save and submit. And it's submitted again. It went to awaiting L1 approval. Now I, as an L1 approval, will get a notification that the form is submitted to me for review. So I log in as L1. I again search for that form, form number 2. Here, what I would do is first go to the form status history and see what was going on with this form. So we had requested the user to update the termination date. Now I need to, I can just go to form details history and see what the user has done. So after the form was added, the only change the user has done is updated the termination date from this date to this date, which is what I had requested. So we are good to go now and I can just approve the form if everything else. The main benefit of this is that once the user gets the form returned, they can change literally like basically anything on the form. But how do we ensure that they have not updated anything else is from the form details history. If they would have updated anything else, it would have been recorded here, but they did not do update anything. So you don't need to re-review the form. You can just rely on this, and this update looks good, and you can just approve it then. Then I click on approve, and it's approved and it got changed to awaiting L2 approval. Now I log in as L2 approver and I sign in. I again search for that form. As an L2 approver, I can either return, but we already returned one. So now I'll approve. It is approved again. And then I log in as L3 approver. And then I log in, I approve it as an L3 approver. And now the form status changed to approved and the location code assigned was 00. So this is the whole approval process. And at every stage, I was not showing the emails, but at every stage, I received an email for like level 1 will get an email that new submission is awaiting review. Level 2 will get an email, again level 3. And then when it is approved, the user will get an email saying that your application was approved. So any action that you take will trigger an email. Like any buttons you click will trigger an email. Does anyone have any questions so far on how the approval process works? Okay. So that was the main like approval process and the form part. We went over the details history and the status history. So we took so many actions on this. So all those got recorded here. And this is the last approved status. We'll go over this tab now. I will log in as a user again to show the other tabs. So this menu item, we went over home and then we have about. About has some details about what the off-campus locations application is and some definitions for some of the not some, all of the location types that we have. Then add form, we already went over this. Then we have locations inventory. I think this will be really helpful. So we just approved one form, right? As soon as the form gets approved, it will show that form. It will show that form here in the inventory. So if I, the Chattanooga State Community College, one that we just approved on like today, while ago, 2/21, with an termination date of 2/28, and the form ID was 2. So form ID will be helpful here. Like if you want to go back and look at the form, then you can look at the form ID, go to home and search for that form. So that way, for that purpose, the form ID will be helpful and you will see the details. So at any given point of time, if you want to search for the latest inventory data, this is the place where you come and you can sort, filter. We have all these columns that we are displaying here: institution code, name, address, city, state, termination date, all of this. And you, if you want, we don't have any inactive records right now, but if the location gets terminated, if I select on inactive, it will show the inactive records as well. And one thing to note here is that if you see for most of the locations except one, we don't have the form ID. The form IDs will not be displayed for the existing inventory that is in the old database. We are not moving the forms to the new database. We are just moving the inventory. So the form ID will be missing. That means that location was from the old database. But as you start approving the new forms from this new application that are submitted in this new application, you will see the form IDs. And also the terminated records will be starting to be recorded from today. So any locations that are terminated starting today will be recorded here, but the old terminated locations are not there in this inventory from the existing database. And you can export this list to Excel. And you can filter like for each of these columns, we have filters like you can see. So you can filter, you can search in the whole grid if you want. So we have all those options. So this is the active locations inventory. At any given point, this is the most recent data that is there for the inventory. Institution code, location, name, type, enrollment address, city, and all those details, basically what you see on the grid will be here. And one additional column that you don't see on the grid is added here is the current location status. Because on the grid, we have it color coded. If for the inactive will show with a pink highlight, and the active ones will show without any color. But in Excel, we have added additional column to say if it is an active or inactive. Any questions on the locations inventory? Then we have the contact list. This basically, it will say admin if you are any kind of approver, like for any level of approvers, it will say admin, and then we have the user list as well. So I think most of y'all or all of y'all will be in this list. So if anybody wants to reach out, then they have the contact details of the person they need to reach out. Again, you can export this to Excel and search for, suppose I want to search for TBR, I search here and I get the results. This is the admin site where we can submit the application, and then approvals also happen within this application. But we have another search site which I can go over if, but I would like to answer any questions you'll have or any feedback you'll have on this site. If y'all saw something that y'all think needs to be changed or any other questions. All good. Then we'll just go over the search site. Okay, one important thing I missed to mention is when the code is allocated, when the last level of approver, which is the level 3 approver, clicks on approve, the code allocation, we are changing how the code is getting allocated. For each address, there will be a unique code for a single address. Um, Regardless of which institution is requesting it, if, for example, the address is 312 Rosa L. Parks Boulevard, if APSU, TCAT, some TCAT or some UT is requesting a location code for that address, we will have the same location code. So the location code is tied to the address going forward. We did not touch anything for the existing approved inventory. So we here all the addresses and codes are different, but going forward, starting from today, whenever a new location or the site is approved, if it has one address, then regardless of which institution requested it, it is going to have the same location code. Okay. I will now go over we have one more item is uniqueness criteria. I'll show you in a document. I have the screenshot. So form uniqueness rule. So when you click on save and submit, the system, we have a code in the system which it will search for the form with except the draft and denied forms. It will look for awaiting L1 approval, L2 approval, or any other approved form. And if it finds a form with the same combination of institution, form type, and address, the system will not allow to save that form uh, and give this error that unless you modify one of these values, you cannot, because there is already a form existing with the same institution, form type, and address. We found a lot of duplicate records like this in the existing application. So we introduced this so we don't have that kind of issue in the new application where we have duplicate locations for the same institution and form type. And this is a user guide that we have worked on. It is not the final version. if it helps, we can share with all of y'all now, and y'all can review it and see if it has all the details that y'all need. And or if you'll have any feedback, we'll make those updates and then we can publish it on the website itself. Just like we have on API, we have the user guides. We will add one more menu item here, user guides or something like that, and then the document will be there. For now, we will email you later today, maybe, or if not later today, early Monday, we'll send it to you. And y'all, if y'all can please share your feedback or anything that y'all think is not in this document, which needs to be added, which will be helpful, we'll be glad to do that. I will now search. I will now go to the search site that we have created. So this is the website. We call it the admin site, where you need login, like you need to log in and you can log out from here. But we have a search site, which is a public facing site, which nobody needs to, no login is needed. You just can log in. So this is the off-campus locations inventory. This is the home page. And basically, it's the same like what we saw on this other side, the same thing. But here you don't need login and there are no forms or nothing. You just click on search and you will see the results. Again, you can filter and then you can export the results to Excel. For example, if you just are interested in looking at the Austin P records, then you search for that and then you can export it to Excel. We again have about. So if someone new is visiting the site and they would like to know what the site is about and what are the different types of locations, so that is here. And then again, this is a public facing site where we have the contacts. So if somebody needs to reach out, they'll be able to reach out to the contacts. Yeah, so this is the search site. Any questions on this one or anything? Kartika, do you
I think you covered everything.
covered everything? Okay. Julie, is there anything else that you think that I missed and would like me to go over?
No, I think that I think that covers it, and this will go live, so you guys will be able to go in and click around after you create your accounts. If you're eager, maybe today around like 2-ish. Do you think that's a
Yes.
fair assessment, Vishali?
Yes. Actually, once we go live, we will be creating accounts for y'all, or no, actually we'll let you all know, but yeah, around 2-ish would be good. Yeah. First, you will need to go in and create your accounts, and we will get emails and we'll approve your accounts immediately as soon as you create it, and then you'll be able to log in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Tashaka.
I've got a question about, since the accounts are being created today, I know that we've got, TCATs have got like 3 outstanding requests that have come in the last week. Have those already been put in the portal, or do we need to start working on those once we have accounts created and all that good stuff?
Yeah, and Tashaka, we can also talk offline. Those are not in the portal right now. I've been holding them.
Okay.
And so I thought they might be good test cases. So if you guys are good with that, once you have your accounts, Rebecca, if you want to go in and use those that are, I forget what they are off the top of my head. I should have written them down. That would be a great test case. And then you can give us any feedback if you see anything that's not working.
Okay. Good deal. And one other question, does this, so for the offsite locations for TCATs, those are typically our dual enrollment sites. I know that there was a question about whether a program was already existing in the API for a TCAT. Is this cross-checking the API against what has been approved? And I ask that because, sometimes we have these instances where the request is coming in for the offsite, and then maybe a board meeting is coming up to approve a program. So it may not be in the inventory just yet.
Yeah, Tashaka, and it is doing that. Thank you for pointing that out. I think, and this might be one of those things that we need to talk about. There may be a spot. Vishali, did we put that checkbox? We went back and forth about having a checkbox for the API.
We do
Yes.
have that checkbox.
We
Yes,
do?
we
Okay.
do have.
Yes.
So there'll be an
yeah.
option. I know Vishali's getting to it quickly because she's great. For you to put in a note,
Okay.
I believe. And if not,
That's
we can
for center.
do that.
Type center.
So yeah, here, so I didn't go over this, but okay, yeah. So once I select an institution, first I didn't go through the center form. I just went through the site form, but you will see the proposed degrees available from API. This data is coming from API, which you can assign here. But if you don't see the degrees here, which are already in API, then you select this checkbox. If any program is offered at off-campus only, select this, and you will see this section where you can click on add program, and you can add a program here, but like it is similar to API. If you can just select the taxonomy. It will generate the major zip code based on the taxonomies. You can select the degree level and award. Let's see.
Yeah, and I think I made a note. We'll change that language because I think for that box, but that's something we'll do.
Okay, thank you.
Great question, Tashaka.
Yes,
yeah, and these are
thank
the
you.
kinds of things that are going to pop up that we really want feedback. Because we've tried to think through a lot of different scenarios. I know we haven't thought of everything. So
Any other questions?
I will say, just a quick note about centers. Even though we're having you put them in now, we do still require that they go to the commission. So those forms will get held in the portal until they actually get the commission approval. So just wanted to let you know that. We are running a bill this session to see if we can get some delegated authority for the center approvals. Just because we've heard from our commission that they would be okay if it didn't have to go to them. But the way it's written right now, we don't have that delegated authority. So I'll keep you guys updated on that, but just wanted to make that clarification with the center. Well, Vishali and Karthika, thank you so much. The amount of hard work that has gone into this. Many of you also know Brooke Vo, who was our intern, but she also was critical in helping making this happen. And thanks to many of you on the call that have been helping clean up data, all kinds of things. So this has been quite the process. We're really excited and truly hopeful that this is going to make things a little smoother for everybody. So anything else? And we've got a clap from Tom. So I feel like seal of approval. Okay, well, what we'll do when it's live, I or Vishali will figure it out. We'll send out an email and let you guys know. And again, please let us know. I think I've said it 80 times, but I really mean it. Let us know as you're in here if there's anything that you're like, ooh, that's not quite right. I already caught a couple things we need to change. Lane, I realized I gave them Amy's name and not yours, so I'll fix that. And so, but again, Vishal and Karthika are really great. Maya's already working on updating the website, so I'm just very excited. Well, if we don't have any questions, we'll give you 8 minutes back. So Vishali and Karthika, if you don't mind staying on just a minute. But yeah, thanks to you all and have a good one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Julie, it's so good to see you.
So
Take
good
care.
to see you too. You were a good surprise.
I have to tell Dr. Chun that we saw you.